Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a plan with me for the week of August 7th through the 13th, 2023 using my B5 Archer and Olive notebook. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. Here we are in my B5 Archer and Olive notebook. We will be going with a vertical layout for this week's spread. I am using this gorgeous ocean waves stencil from the Crafter's Workshop, and I did actually use some washi tape to kind of tape off a certain area and tape it down to my page. I will be using the week number stamp from that set from Elle Studio. I'll be using the August stamp from this set from Paper Person, and as usual I will be using my favorite number stamps from HeidiSwapp. I'm also using this amazing product from the Crafter's Workshop called stencil butter. Jamie from the Crafter's Workshop was kind enough to send me these different stencil butters as well as this stencil and many others. I'm super excited to dive into using them this week and in coming weeks. And I decided for this week's spread I wanted to use this summery ocean wave stencil, and I'm basically taking the stencil butter and using this this plastic palette knife here and putting down the butter over the stencil. And I'm trying to be a little bit precise with it because I want to use multiple colors here. So as you'll see, I started off with the turquoise and then I went into this blue color, and I am going to be incorporating in this light purple, which is called hydrangea. I just thought these colors were so serene together and that they just looked very pretty together, and so I really wanted to use them for my first try with these stencil butters. Honestly, they were very easy to use, and I used them in a little bit more of a difficult way. You can definitely just put one color on your palette knife and just slide it across the stencil super easily, but because I wanted to use multiple colors, I was just being a little bit more precise with it. I did peel off the stencil and then got to work on putting in the number stamps across the top of the page. I decided that I only wanted to do the numbers and I didn't want to go in with the days of the week as well. I wanted this spread to be pretty minimal except for the use of the stencil and stencil butters in the bottom left corner. So the one thing that I did do when putting these numbers across the top here is I do have them all starting off on the same line across the top. Now I should have probably come down one more dot grid box just with how tall that number 8 was, but overall I don't think it looks too bad. Fortunately, it did just make it on the page. And as usual, I am going to be splitting the last column on the right into Saturday and Sunday. So here I'm laying down the 12 for Saturday, and then you're going to see that I'm going to move the notebook a little bit, put down the 13 for Sunday. And once I have that number down, I am going to go back to the bottom left corner and put down this August stamp. Now, unfortunately, we had a minor disaster. When I went to pick up the August stamp, I dropped it again, and unfortunately, some of the black ink did get on the page, as well as on top of the stencil butters. I decided to leave it be for a little while. I went in with my week number stamp, and then I'm putting a 3 and a 2 together because it is the 32nd week of the year. And then I decided to go ahead with putting in my lines to separate each day of the week. I did go out and purchase some more microns in the 08 size, so I am back to using my preferred size for the lines between each day of the week. And again, going with this double line design so that these columns are the same width apart. I started off on the right-hand page of the spread just because I wanted to give these stencil butters as much time as I could to dry without me accidentally plopping a hand on them. But I do go in on the left-hand page and finish off all of those lines. Overall, I will say that I really enjoyed working with the stencil butters. I definitely want to use them again in the future, so don't be surprised if next week's Plan With Me also incorporates some of them. I did get a couple of additional colors from Jamie that I didn't use in this spread, so I'm excited to try them out. I did go in with my pencil to try and get rid of the ink from that extra stamp. It didn't really work, but fortunately it's not super noticeable. I hope that you all enjoyed this Plan With Me, a simple spread, but I love the way that it came out, and I love how sparkly the stencil butter is. As always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.